In all relationships, communication is key. The same holds true for the relationships we have with our customers. At Been There, Dump That, we believe consistent, reliable communication is essential to the process. When our contractor customers have an urgent need for one of our roll-off dumpsters, they want assurance that they'll reach their local franchise location right away. A few of our great customers across the continent recently discussed how communication is vital to the relationship they have with their local Been There, Dump That franchise location.
The biggest thing I think is being able to have a one-on-one connection with the person who's servicing your account. Other companies, it's possible to get through, to get in contact with someone, you're on hold, they transfer you. There's a huge disconnect between the person that you're speaking to on the phone versus the person who is actually servicing your account. So with Been There, Dump That, it's a more direct connection. I can call in and speak directly to someone, and I can discuss with them what options I have for the construction project that I'm working on.
I prefer to give Ron a call. I call him directly. He has given me his cell phone. I don't know if that's normal for everyone, but from time to time, if I'm busy too, I'll just send him a text. He'll send me a text back saying, got it on the way, I've got one coming to you. I prefer a discussion. I'll call him and let him know where I want it on the job site.
Well, I think if I was calling one of the major trash companies and getting a large dumpster, I wouldn't get this personal service, and they wouldn't let me know when they're on their way and be more attentive to where I want to place the dumpster. I get much better service from Been There, Dump That than I do from the larger companies with the larger containers. They're a little more personal about it.
Usually it is a combination depending on how busy they are and how busy I am. I have a lot of phone calls coming in, so sometimes I'm not able to call. I mean, their office is very accessible. So I can send them an email or a text message and say, hey, I have this job going on. I think we need another dumpster at the site. And then we can sort of narrow down the details later. It usually only takes a phone call to get something done.
It's rare that I don't reach him, but occasionally if he's on the phone or if he's not able to, he's usually very, very quickly to get back to me.
Originally, we had been interacting via email, but again, I'm always on the go. I'm in my car right now. I'm always driving. So if I can hands-free get a Bluetooth phone call going, that's my preferred method of communication. And again, they pick up the phone right away if they're open.
I get a response almost immediately every time.
I can get them by text, I can get them by phone. They've made it really convenient to reach out to them, and they're always good about getting back to me if there are any concerns or questions. And their drivers are good about calling when they're on the way.
Immediately what set them apart was a real live person answered the phone, and they answered the phone every time I called, and they actually had answers to my questions. No one had to put me on hold and then send an email to their supervisor in order to get back to me with simple or complicated questions.
Been There, Dump That has been quite a pleasure. I really enjoy the fact that, unlike a lot of waste management companies, when I call, I'm speaking to a person. I'm not dealing with a dial by directory, leave a voicemail, we'll get back to you. I reach a friendly voice on the other side of the line every time, and we talk about the project, talk about the schedule, and we make it happen. What size dumpster fits best, if there's any obstacles, some driveways are trickier than others, things of that nature, and we handle it. When you're calling these companies and dealing with a 1-800 dial by directory, there's no way to explain yourself to that type of system. I can't emphasize enough, being able to speak to a person one-on-one is huge for us.
Their knowledge of what I need to have really helped out a lot, because I got a real education in dumpsters when I called Been There, Dump That. Beforehand, I really just didn't understand what the different boxes are for, what you put in them, why, and why this is complex. So it helped me be able to make better decisions on other jobs.
Been There, Dump That. We're the residential friendly dumpster company.